was listening to somebody recollect their first experience signing up to a gym, that sort of thing. And the person who was, I guess, consulting them listed all these foods they had to eat, all the exercise they had to do, and really sort of gave them all the information they need to know. And I suspect that there's two things at play. I mean, there are some people that are very altruistic and they just want to help and they might give you everything you need to get started, right? Though I think there's also a subset of people in the industry that are trying to make it so overwhelming, so confusing, so daunting that you feel like you need to sign up to buy a coach. And do I agree with the result that everybody needs a coach? Wholeheartedly, absolutely, 1000%. But do I believe in overwhelming somebody so they feel like they need it? Probably not. And I get the point where if someone's on the fence, you kind of want to nudge them in the right direction, and you've done some good for them. You've helped them. You've used your power for good. And so I can see the upside, and I can see why some people are trying to help. But ultimately, I don't believe that you need to be overwhelmed at the beginning. I think there's a natural tendency to want a whole bunch of information at the beginning, to the plan, to know exactly what you need to do, outline, because I think a lot of us, as we're procrastinating, that's what we come up with in our head. Like, oh, all I need to do is somebody to give me a nutrition plan, somebody to give me a workout plan, and tell me which days and what to do, tell me exactly what to do, and I'll do it. But then all of a sudden life happens, right? And that person's plan might not even consider what your life is like. So I don't think it really always jives. And I think we almost have to reverse engineer it. We have to figure out what your goal is, and then where you're currently at, and then find that plan, reverse engineer that plan to get you to those 2 points. And it might be that doing 5 days of exercise is the ideal plan to get you to that goal. But if you can only physically do 3, what's the point of pushing for 5? Because that feels a whole lot different. That feels almost like a failure if you can't do 5, even though 3 is good and starting to get you towards your goal, right? So it's all about perspective here. It's all about building out your plan for you. And what you'll recognize is there's going to be levels to this, and you build through those levels as you get closer to your goal, or as your goal becomes more finite, more specific, more advanced, whatever it might be. So all I'm saying at this point is here, we should reverse engineer the plan to you. We should build it out over time, and we should make sure that it's specific to you, because again, there's no point in overwhelming you, make you feel like you absolutely need somebody to help you. Do you need someone to help you? Absolutely, but it's not to the point where you should feel like you're so overwhelmed that you need somebody, because I think there's ways that you can get started. Just do something to begin with. Just go for the walk. Just do your mobility for the day, whatever it might be, to start to continue to move towards your goal. And then day by day, over time, you will get there. You can make it more complicated. You can add some more calories, whatever it might be. But the whole point is that you build this up over time, because the plan that you start with will not be the plan that you finish with, because you change in between those 2 points. Your life changes between your 2 points, and more than likely your goal will change between those 2 points.